Beautiful day. I wasn't going to do a lot of uploads, but as you can see, this is where my friends are. I got to talk loud. I was just sitting at the park. It's a nice park. I guess it's Officer Mitchell that must have seen my videos, because Officer Mitchell just now, I'll upload this. He's up on his bike. Now I'm sitting at this park. I paid $24 in taxes, and he was there. He also saw my videos. He said it's time to go. Now, what am I paying for this? I don't drink. I pay $2,400 a year. The CCPD just told me I'm not allowed to be here. Do you understand that? Now, Officer Mitchell, if you watch this, I understand some of the people drink and do things. But because I pay so much money, maybe we'll get Officer Mitchell. Oh, I think I'm going to walk up to Officer Mitchell right now. When you say it's time to go, this is where I was sitting right here. Legally. I think Officer Mitchell is right. So I'll have to update this right away. But this is a nice park. And he's just sitting there. He was mad. Like he was going to threaten me. I was sitting right here. So I'll do my nice walk in the park. An update on my friend Don is the one that got the code enforcement, where he finally got the letters. You're going to see Officer Mitchell as I walk past, if they don't take this phone. It's an amazing thing that I could be perfectly legal here without a single warrant, no alcohol. This cop came up to me, yes, 10 minutes ago, said it's time to go. So my friend Don, and then maybe you'll see some of my friends. That's Officer Mitchell right in front of me. Don got the notice from code enforcement. And Don, my friend Don, pray for Don. He's got 15 days to tear down the structure that's on Don's pier. He's got 15 days to tear that structure down. 15 days to fix all the code enforcement, electric, all of that. And then also, inside the house, it's got chip paint and stuff. But you can't get all that done in 15 days. So he's going to challenge it more. But that's a lot to do in 15 days. You know, the whole interior has got to be redone. So he's panicking. He's going to have to go get the legal aid and all that. I find it interesting. There have been cases I talked about before with the high grass in my neighborhood. And code enforcement, the notice Don got is like a legal notice. If you don't have all this done in 15 days, and there was enough violations, he would not have any of that done in 15 days. But then what they do is put a lien on your house. Now that property Don said, I think he owes a little bit of money on the mortgage. But for the most part, it's kind of almost paid off. But do you know, in Corpus Christi, you could actually have your home foreclosed on. Not because of a mortgage debt, but because of a buildup of code enforcement. In Corpus Christi, you can have that. There was another friend of ours, actually Don remembered, many years ago. But he was arrested. That's what he told us. He had a house he was renting or owning. And during his time in jail, he said a cop had bought his house. I question a lot of the stuff. I would have been nice today, but Officer Mitchell just came up to me. I just passed him. I don't know if you caught him on video, but he was mad. You see it in his face. I got friends. I was with Austin Trouble. He came by last night. For about 3 hours I was with him. Up late. We had some good talks. I should add this in now that I'm doing a little rollout. Right after I taught a video that's coming up in a few days, it's called Kings Chapter 9. The morning I taught that video, I quoted whatever some verses came to my mind, Ecclesiastes, because Solomon, we were discussing on the video that's still to come up. So I got into the book of Ecclesiastes, which was written by King Solomon. And then I quoted a city. It's quite obscure, but you'll see it when the video goes up. It's a city called Gezer, and it has to do with 1 Kings chapter 9. Pharaoh takes the city. It's one of the cities that the children of Israel never fully occupied when they went into the promised land. So Pharaoh takes it, gives it as a gift to his daughter, who's married to Solomon. So, and then I mentioned one king, as I was just talking off the cuff, which was Josiah. Now, why is that important? As soon as I made that video, I went to the mission, Timmins, and I saw Big Charlie. And right away, he asked me about Ecclesiastes. I said, I just taught that, Charlie, like an hour ago. Then he brings up some of the scriptures I taught. I said, that's so interesting. Then when Austin came by last night at about 7, I spent about 3 hours with Austin. And of course, he's reading a lot of other books and all. And somehow he brings up the city of Gezer. I said, I just taught that today. I mean, out of all the insignificant cities to bring up, he brings up Gezer. And then he's reading certain verses. And then he reads one in the Psalms, which where we were sitting outside my house. I said, you know, that's a verse I quote every night when I end my evening. Because you had set your love upon me, therefore I will deliver you. And so it was real interesting to see the interaction. Mr. Mitchell, who might see this as soon as I upload, he seemed nice the first time I met him. When he just rode up on his bike right here, he was pissed. He just rides up and looks at me with Crow and Claire, who were not, Claire's been drinking, but Crow's fine. And he said, time to go. How much fucking money do I spend here? Mitchell is sitting right over there across from me. $2,400 a year for taxes. Where code enforcement, if they want to go in, you know, I used to paint with my father in New Jersey. There's a lot of elderly people in homes, and we'd go in, and if the paint was peeling, so I learned to house paint with my dad. Anybody living in New Jersey that watch, can you imagine the city foreclosing on your house? Because one of the code violations was chipped paint. Now, if you had a lot of it, and you had to have the whole interior painted, besides tear down the structure on the pier. Can you imagine a 15-day, you got 15 days to fix all of these violations. And if they're not fixed, we're going to slap you with thousands of dollars of fines. And people in this city have lost their homes. So this was the spot. I'm sure Mitchell now realizes I upload videos. I'm going to walk back to where Crow and George and everybody are. I guess you're not going to see them because I want to upload this fast. So with all the money I spent here, I could do the turnaround and see Mr. Mitchell. All the money, $2,400 a year. It's time for me to leave the park. Tucks, there's a bond here. My daughter used to be the lifeguard. All the money. I didn't comment on the tragic shooting of that black or Hispanic officer in New York City, which was tragic. None of that's ever justified. But as I looked at, it was a black guy that shot her. I thought, and then the leadership within the country, the police chiefs and all rightfully commemorate it's a tragic thing. But I don't think they look at, none of that's justified, don't misread me. But I don't think they realize that the whole policing, the way it's done, we have to rethink that, okay? I should never have a cop roll up to me. Being I talk on cop issues, I should never have a cop roll up to me, totally legal, pissed off as hell, say move. Almost like starting a confrontation. So, Mr. Mitchell, I'm sure he must have realized that videotape. When I first met Officer Mitchell, okay, he was very nice. And he said he grew up here, went to school here. He might have went to school with my daughter in the Bluff. And I was happy. But you don't use your authority. You have people that are drunk, you want them to move. You don't tell me to move if I'm not violating the law. And if I'm in a public park where I spend $2,400, you don't tell me to move. You're violating the law when you do that, sir. So here's all my friends. Let me upload this right now.